Well, welcome to Cambridge. It's a beautiful sunny morning here, one of many that we're having at the moment. The weather this year has been so different to last year. Last year I was complaining that the temperature in here hardly got into the sort of low, mid 20s. This year, just about every day it gets well into the 20s, sometimes even into the 30s. This is Dendrochilum filiforme. And if you look at the introduction to my website, across the top, the banner, this is the orchid that I chose. It's a beautiful, elegant orchid, really pretty, I think. It comes from the Philippines, from a wide range of altitudes, from about 650 metres right up to 2,250 metres. So it covers a very wide range of altitudes. And in cultivation, you could grow it cool to warm. In here, the conditions are intermediate, so that's what it gets. It's called, well, it's nicknamed the golden chain orchid because, as you can see, it produces these fantastically elegant chains of tiny little bright yellow flowers. The name filiforme obviously means thread-like, and it's a very apt description for this particular species. I really love it. A couple of things that you might find on the internet is that it is scented. Some people refer to the scent. Well, mine has never had any noticeable scent at all. However, I don't mind that because this year, every year, it produces this magnificent display of very elegant flowers. The other thing that is sometimes said is that some people classify it as a miniature to small orchid. Small, yes, I definitely wouldn't call it a miniature orchid. As you can see, it's now really quite a large plant. I've grown it hanging up so to display the flowers beautifully. It's in a mixture of bark, although it was repotted such a long time ago I can hardly remember, and it's really well overdue for repotting now. It would give it quite a boost, I think. And it's actually now produced, it's sort of one side has grown one way and the other way, so I could probably usefully divide it into two. But I've had it a long time and it's one of my most treasured, elegant orchids. It gets bright, filtered light in here. It catches the early morning sun, and normally it lives a little bit higher up to where I had it, just so that I could reach it for filming conveniently. It normally lives a little bit higher up. It's watered probably once a week by dunking it in a solution of feed, weak feed, and then sometimes it's sort of sprayed. So it dries out just about between waterings, but it never gets really dry. It comes from mossy forest, so it's a sort of orchid that you would struggle with to grow indoors, I think. And that, I think, is one of the reasons that Dendrochilums don't seem to be as popular orchids as I think they should be. It doesn't probably really suit itself to growing indoors because it wouldn't have the humidity that in here I find it quite easy to maintain. Interestingly, it was first collected by Hugh Cumming in about 1840. Now, Hugh Cumming was a very avid collector, and one of my other favourite orchids, which I've covered in another video, Coleogene Cummingii, fantastic scent in that case, another of my really favourite orchids for scent. He also collected that, so I have a great deal to be thankful to Hugh Cumming for. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that this morning because when you catch the thread-like chains of orchids in the light, they're really beautiful. And I've just noticed, I wanted to film it today because one or two of the very first flowers right at the beginnings of the spikes are just beginning to go brown, and they opened about 2 weeks ago. Whereas just around here, at the end of some of the spikes, the last flowers have opened. So this is just about absolutely perfect for filming. And it shows that on average, you get at least 3 or 4 weeks a really beautiful display from this wonderful orchid. Anyway, so that's my introduction to Dendrochilum filiforme, a really worthwhile orchid to grow, especially if you have any interest in growing Dendrochilums. And I've got a lot. Anyway, so thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next one.